Good morning. Happy Monday. Yes, we are out and about. Pyaar doing her investigative services, checking the P-mail, seeing if there's anything new and interesting. And absolutely gorgeous day. Hardly a breeze, you can tell by the flags. Which, wow, I just replaced that flag like a month ago, the Navy flag, and already tattered. Well, so beautiful day. Some clouds way over there. Barely can see them. And here we are. Absolutely gorgeous. Speaking of gorgeous, how are you, my friends? My gorgeous, gorgeous friends. I am doing well. Had a very busy Saturday. I have on one of my jumpers. This one's navy. And let's see. So Saturday, went to Bisbee for Bisbee Pride, did the parade, and then headed back here, dropped Jeff and Pyaar off at the house, went to the Spiritual Healing Festival. No, they called it a fair. And I posted that. And then came home again, changed, and went to the studio for the kirtan. And that went really well. Unfortunately, no audio. I don't understand what's going on. If it's not one thing, it's another. I'm sure it's operator error. I'm sure it's all on me. However, so I have some pictures. Actually what I did was, from the video that I had, I just did some screenshots to create pictures. So I will post those. Let's see. But it went well. It was new for some people, not for others. Did bring a couple of new people to the studio. They at least know I exist. Don't think that they're going to be yoga people, but they're definitely interested in, like, if I do another kirtan, being there for that, probably for the sound bath. So that's good. Also spoke with Amy because she's going to be taking over Carrie's sound baths. So Carrie's last sound bath with us will be July 11th. And then she will be moving out of state. And Amy will take over. So I've got her booked for the 2 after that. Just gets us through the rest of this year. I'll look at next year's schedule and see about booking her quarterly for that. And Amy is everybody in this community. And by this community, in this context, I'm meaning the yoga community. So kind, so sweet. Amy would like to make her sound baths all proceeds being donated to local charity. So, and it may not be much, but it's going to be more than what they had otherwise. So I think that that's super sweet. And so we had a brief talk about that. We just hammered out a couple of dates for the rest of the year. And then I think we're doing one in September and November. And then we'll pop into the new year. So Gosh, and it's hard to believe, saying that. We have July, September, November, and then we're into the new year. Kind of crazy. Yes, we still have another 6 months to get through, but in like business calendar sense, it's pretty much done, and I'm into the next year, which is crazy to think about and say. Oh, wow. If time is relative, certainly seems to be going quite quickly. Also spoke with Amy. She's a nurse, and she works at a local place. What's it called? Life care? Like a nursing home, I guess. I'm assuming. Haven't been there, don't know. And was talking to her because she had met Pyaar for the first time, which I'm surprised. Pyaar is always out and about with me. However, she met her. She's like, wow, she'd do great where I'm at. Are you interested? I said, I'm interested in getting Jeff out of the house. And we tried doing this in Florida, but it didn't work out. And so she said that she didn't think there'd be a problem here. And so she works there on a Tuesday, I think she said. So we're going to go ahead and get Jeff and Pyaar over to Life Care for Tuesday. Whether it's this Tuesday as in tomorrow or next week, I guess we'll leave that up to Jeff. Well, it can't be next week. Might have to be tomorrow. Next week, he's got a doctor's appointment in Tucson, and I'll be driving him to that. So, anyway, so we might get Jeff out and about and volunteering, which would be a good thing. And what else came of Saturday? That was pretty much it. Good morning. That was pretty much Saturday. And then, and that was a full Saturday. I am not complaining, and nobody had any health problems, so that made it even better. Then we had Sunday. So Sunday, I got up, I went and worked out. Struggle still real. Anybody that tells you it's easy, I think, is lying. I really do. We did. She said it was legs, I think. I don't know. I just do what she tells me to do. And I do it as best I can. I know we did the deadlifts. I did my first set with 25 pounds, and then my next 2 sets with 20. I did the rower as a warm-up and her Peloton at the end. And the Peloton, not just getting on there and pedaling a bike. No, not working out like that. To get on there at I'm not going to call it a speed because it's really not a speed, it's a tension thing. So at a tension that isn't easy but isn't so hard. And do that for like 2 minutes. And then go ahead and there's a truck here. I stopped because I didn't want to interfere with people going to work. I have more time than they do, I assume. Come on, girl. All right. So, anyway, do 1 minute at this steady, kind of, I don't want to say hard, but at a good tension. It's a bit of a challenge. It's not just a walk in the park kind of thing. Do that for 2 minutes and then crank it up. A full turn, which really makes it quite challenging. And then if my knees can handle it, I kind of lift my butt up off the seat and pedal that way. If my knees don't feel like they can handle it, I'm still seated doing it that way. And do that for like 10 minutes. And sometimes I lose track of time because there's not a timer. So I get the feeling I'm doing the harder stuff. It feels like I'm doing the harder stuff for 2 minutes and the easier stuff for 1 minute. In reality, it's probably not, but that's what it definitely feels like to me. What else do I do? I did the deadlifts. Oh, the kicks, those lateral kicks, fire hydrants, I think she calls them, kind of lift the leg out and kick out kind of thing. Girls gotta go. All right. So those lateral kicks, fire hydrants, and then kicks back. So she kind of has me in this 90-degree bend, my hands on the weight bench, and then just lift the leg straight back and up high. And then do those, and then do out to the side, the fire hydrant things. So doing 3 sets of 10 on each of those. Got a leaf blower. Hold on. Okay, we're kind of past the leaf blower now. So I was saying what my workout was yesterday. I don't know, it was like 45 minutes. I did more than that, I'm sure. Just can't seem to recall. And then my sister said she would do dinner last night. She was gonna grill chicken and corn, and I saw some really pretty tomatoes, which I don't eat tomatoes, but they're just beautiful anyway. So saw those on the counter, and I told her I would bring a dessert, so I thought, I'll make a fruit tart with a little cream, center kind of thing. And I went to the grocery, taught my classes yesterday, and then came home and then had a phone call with one of my bosses, and then finished with that, and then went off to the grocery to get the fruit and everything I needed to do the tart. And as I checked out and was walking back to my car, she had sent a text and called. So I had a missed call from her, so I called her back. She wasn't feeling well. She has really bad allergies. And I mean, really bad. Girl can't breathe kind of bad. And she was working. They had a leak in the roof in one particular room. Went through the ceiling, down the walls, into the carpet kind of thing. And she was working in there to try and get that put back together. And I guess it's not good. And she got really sick. So she was having a hard time breathing. She used her inhaler, and she had laid down and said she wasn't feeling well. She was going to have to cancel. So I said, okay, not a problem. I asked her if there was anything I could do for her. She said no. She did text me a few hours later, so I knew she was alive and okay. At least alive. Whether she was okay or not, I shouldn't say. I shouldn't presume. Come on, you. So when I got home, I told Jeff, or I guess she tried to reach out to Jeff as well to catch me, but it was too late. When I got home, he asked, what do we want? Where do I want to go for dinner? I said, well, it's Father's Day. You decide where you want to go for dinner. So, not that there's a ton of choices around here, and what there are for choices are going to be mediocre at best. But he decided Applebee's because it was just close and quick and easy. So we ate really early, think we ended up getting there about 3. And then, of course, just munched when we got hungry later on. So that was yesterday for the most part. Then I sat down on the couch and did something I didn't do. I just sat down on the couch, watched some social media, tried to go through my yoga poses so that I could get those written out. Didn't get very far with that. And if I were smarter about it at the start, I would have made the video and just done the write-up on it right then and there. Now, it just seems a little daunting because I have to go back and watch the videos and then do the write-ups on them and then get them posted. And to look up the Sanskrit names so I'm not giving misinformation. So their stairs are finished. Let me show you. Ta-da-ta-da. Get off. Now they're dry, but they look very nice. They did a very good job. That was the tree that was buzzing with bees when we were standing under it earlier, about a month ago. You could hear. It sounded like a drone. You could hear it so loud. I need to check the time so I know if I go the extra 2 blocks or go home with her. So that was the weekend. There's our little weekend recap because I did not do any filming on Sunday. I don't want to say I was lazy, but I took a needed break. Kind of honored that. I took a leisurely shower and that was that. I think I was asleep by 10 o'clock, which is another thing that's a little unusual for me. And that was our weekend. There's our weekend recap. What did you guys do on the weekend? I know we had some family in Florida that went to a FIFA game yesterday. Some of them went to the game and some of them just did the whole shopping and eating experience. They stayed in Fort Lauderdale, but the game evidently was in Miami. At least that's the story I'm getting from my husband. Good morning. So that was exciting for them. And what else? That's what I know. Until you all tell me what you were up to. So then I can know what you were up to. And I can be happy for you as well. All right. So, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of the things to help our channel grow. And, oh, they have a sticker. That's interesting. So here, I don't know about other places, but here, ooh, threw that in the trash. On the little curb, they do the house numbers. They're almost always painted. This house back there had a big sticker. So I thought that was interesting. I wonder if that'll stay. We had ours done a few months ago. Somebody came around knocking on doors. I'm like, yes, because we didn't have one. I'll show you what I mean. But see, that's me and you're shadowing. But that is on the curbs. See another one across the street there. But the one guy, so I thought that was kind of interesting. Come here, girl. She's going to go dashing up the driveway and stand in front of the door. She's got to wait for me to get there. Always in a hurry, but it all depends on me. Oh, well. Okay, so that was my catch up. So share with me how your weekend went, what you did. Hopefully you did something that was fun, or you got a chance to relax, which will also kind of be fun. And I will talk to you very soon. I hope you have an amazing day. Get out there, be fabulous, and we'll see you very soon.